Alright, so for this first top 10 list, we're actually going to both correspondingly give you our top 10 video games of all time. That way you can kind of get a little insight on what we like and our little personalities within the video game industry. So, starting off with mine.
Some honorable mentions.
Yes, exactly. We will give you a little insight on some things that just almost got there, but didn't quite scratch the top 10 list. So, starting off with mine, my number 10 video game of all time is Mass Effect 2. I love that series in general. We're going to hear about it a little bit more moving forward. Spoiler alert. Number 9, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. So visually beautiful. Best pirate game I've ever seen. Super duper fun. Number 8 for me is Lost Odyssey. This might be a weird one for y'all. I don't know how many people have heard of it, but it's a JRPG that was actually spectacular. Had one of the best gaming stories I've ever seen in my entire life. Number 7 for me is Assassin's Creed Origins. I know that sounds kind of weird, especially with the Odyssey dropping, and I've also played and beaten that. But Origins just captured something with Ancient Egypt that was just truly special to me. Number 6, Batman Arkham City. Super awesome. Who does not want to fly around the city doing Batman and busting heads, busting domes? Number 5, without killing people ever, and don't even worry about it because it's impossible. Because that's how good it is. Yeah, you can just run people over.
Yep.
Number 5, that is Arkham Knight, though, not Arkham City.
I know.
I just don't want people to get
Arkham
my
series.
Freaking list confused. Number 5 for me is Star Wars The Old Republic. I think that's kind of surprising, and maybe people are going to get mad at me for not having Knights of the Old Republic 1 or 2 over that, but that was truly such a special game. I kept on coming back and back for more. If you played the Sith Warrior story or the Sith Inquisitor story, then you got some of the best cinematic Star Wars stories that you would possibly get within the video gaming world. I promise you, it was so great. Made a living, breathing world. Loved it. Number 4 for me, play it for real. Number 4 for me is Uncharted 3. It was my favorite in the series. Uncharted 2 was there for a while, and Uncharted 4 is amazing and has some of the best cinematics out of all of them. But Uncharted 3 from start to finish was just truly special to me.
Okay.
Number 3 on this list, Gears of War, the original. A game that was perfect in story and perfect in online play. What more do you want from a game? Number 2 is Witcher 3. What better world building, what better company than CD Projekt Red? Oh my gosh, unbelievable.
CD Projekt Red.
Then what did I say?
Web. It sounded like it.
Well,
that's okay.
Obviously Red.
We'll do a zoom in on his face.
Web. Number 1 video game of all time for me. Even if I tried to say it wasn't, it keeps coming back to it. I'll replay it every single day until I die if I had to. Mass Effect 3. Just an absolute blockbuster finish to a truly spectacular trilogy. Some honorable mentions for me real quick. Gears of War 3. Obviously some crazy moments in there with Dom dying. Maybe spoilers, sorry about that. Fallout New Vegas. And then the game that I think I can go ahead and speak for both of us that we've spent the most money on and maybe close to the most time on is League of Legends.
Unfortunately.
Honorable mention, doesn't deserve my top 10 because it just screws me over every single day.
Every single day.
What about you?
So my top 10 list is a little bit different. Yeah, I know, it is perfect, really. My number 10 is Call of Duty 4. Bought an Xbox 360, the first video game console I bought with my own hard-earned money to play Call of Duty 4. Played it with my friends all summer. It was a blast. Played it long after then as well. Number 9, BioShock Infinite. After having played the first 2, I was really excited for the third one, and for me personally, it lived up to all my expectations. And
those were great games, all of them. Fantastic.
The main character's name was my name.
What's your name? Oh, sorry.
Number 8, Super Mario Sunshine. Got a GameCube for Christmas when I was young.
Sunshine.
Loved it. That game is awesome. It's Mario at its finest. Odyssey has kind of revived that for me lately, but couldn't quite put that on the list. I didn't have as many fond memories of that one.
That looked pretty fun, though.
Number 7 is Mario Kart Double Dash. GameCube was a huge influence in my life. Double Dash is the greatest Mario Kart game. Come at me. Number
Maybe
6.
some will.
They will. Because Mario Kart 8 is a lot of fun, but Double Dash is better, you know it. Number 6 is Diablo 3. Loot. After they fixed it with the Loot 2.0 update, it was just great. Loot. Love it. Loot constantly. You want loot? You want loot, you go get it.
Loot.
Number 5 is Pokemon Emerald. It was the very first game I ever pre-ordered. I loved it.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
That was the very first game I ever pre-ordered. Loved it, played it. The third generation is my favorite generation of Pokemon games, and Pokemon Emerald just rocks. It has the best post-game content of any Pokemon game.
Which one was that? Which one were the starters for that?
Trico, Mudkip, and Torchic.
Okay, then maybe that's... I like the one with... I'm not even going to get into this. Never mind. The one right before that.
Cut right in the middle of my top 10.
Sorry.
Number 4 is Borderlands 2. You guys saw the loot chest. That's from my own collector's edition. It's great. It's another instance of loot. Go get it. I mean, you want it. You want a funny story. You want good characters. You want fun powers. Play Borderlands 2.
He loves his looters.
Number 3 is Smash. Insert any subtitle here. Obviously, I've played probably the most of the one on the Wii U. Actually, that's probably not obvious. People think you probably play the most on one on GameCube Melee. But
yeah, GameCube probably.
Nah, Wii U, I love Smash 4. It's the first HD Smash Bros. It's great.
I wonder if they can hear the dog fight going outside our facility right now. Oh, someone's mad.
That's a child.
That's a child.
That's a child screaming.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll just have a weird cut in here at some point. Number 2 for me is Twilight Princess. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. It was almost Breath of the Wild, and I really love Breath of the Wild. I only wanted one Zelda rep on my top 10 list, because I just feel like that's how it should be. But, Twilight Princess was awesome. It was everything I built Ocarina of Time as in my own imagination in reality. And then my number 1 game of all time is a game that I beat 17 times in one summer on a Wii, and that was Resident Evil 4. It's just perfectly paced. You don't ever feel overpowered until you've done some of the crazier challenges, but you don't ever feel underpowered, really. Like, you're always skirting that line of just surviving, but you've got enough for your next fight. And the weapons were awesome, story was awesome, combat was awesome.
Old school mechanics, though.
Yeah, old school mechanics.
I tried to play it, I just couldn't get
the camera angle being blocked behind you is definitely weird. Yeah, but once you get used to it, probably around the El Gigante battle, I would say it's great. It opens up from there.
I did hear fantastic things about it. What about your honorable mentions?
My honorable mentions, Fallout New Vegas lined up for us both.
Yeah, that's
probably my favorite Fallout game. Didn't quite crack the top 10 just because that was, a solo gaming experience. It wasn't something I built a lot of memories around, although I did love it. League of Legends matched up as well. Like he said, I put too much time into it. Spent too much money on it. It's got to be an honorable mention. There's too much time and money invested to stop now. And then my last one is actually RuneScape.
Interesting, I like it.
Is maybe a surprise to you because that's kind of an MMO, which I've notoriously told you I'm not a big fan of. But that was my very first.
I thought you liked it a lot, actually.
I love RuneScape. RuneScape is amazing.
You were not a fan of MMOs.
Yeah, I didn't never get into World of Warcraft. And
I didn't get into World of Warcraft either. But Star Wars: The Republic.
I know.
Goodness.
Yep.
Alrighty, guys. Well,
got a little insight into us and our personal gaming lives. You can leave your top 10 games in the comments below. All 0 of you for now.
Yeah, see if any of them compare, if we got some similarities, or if you just drastically different like some of our list is, which is really neat because although our list of top 10s is kind of a lot different, we do like a lot of the same things, obviously, hence the show coming together and us gaming a lot. So.